my amplified unit. Hopefully you guys are having a kick-ass Sunday. This video will probably be getting out to you guys later on Sunday afternoon. But hopefully it gets to your inboxes. Well, if you guys are notified, which you should be when these videos are pumped out. But knowing YouTube, sometimes even when you're notified, they don't get dished out. But I wanted to get this video out, first and foremost, to say happy Wrestlemania week, even though everybody is not as joyful as we should be. Thanks a lot, WWE, for not getting us excited this year for WrestleMania. But nonetheless, it is day one of WrestleMania week, whether it feels like it or not. And WWE is going out of their way to make sure it really doesn't feel like WrestleMania week, because they went ahead and leaked their full Monday Night Raw preview for tomorrow night. That is Monday, April 1st, 2019, which is April Fool's Day tomorrow. And I wish I could be telling you this is just an April Fool's joke, this whole entire card, but it is not. No, this is the real deal, guys. This is the real preview that they dished out. They actually, most of this card, this preview was sent out 2 days ago. And now they have basically the full Monday Night Raw preview out. So they already had this thing ironed out. This goes to show you there's no creativity here. They're going out of their way to prove, to show you that they don't care about this Raw, and they really don't give a shit about WrestleMania. It's business as usual. But even more criminal is I used to say they're on cruise control, but this is worse than cruise control. This right here, this is driving intoxicated. They're swerving on the road to WrestleMania, and they don't care what they hit. Pedestrians, other cars, if they go through an IHOP wall, they don't care. Because this is beyond cruise control. This is beyond redundancy. This is beyond nonsensical bullshit. This is just tragic. Lack of creativity. Tragic booking. A tragic, poor excuse for what is supposed to be an entertaining show. Are you guys ready? I'm not going to run my fucking mouth anymore about my feelings on the show. I'm going to run down the actual preview. Because again, this isn't an April Fool's Day joke. This is the real deal. You ready? I'll start with the main event. This is what's supposed to build over 3 hours. And your main event is a 6-woman tag match. Right off the gate, does that excite you? Yeah, me neither. I'm sure it doesn't excite anybody. But let me tell you the participants. Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair, and Becky Lynch. The 3 participants that are supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania, they're all supposed to hate each other, despise each other. You're supposed to protect this main event. Anytime they even cross paths, they want to kill each other. So what does Vince do? Let's put them in a tag team. Days before Mania. That'll get everybody excited. That'll showcase them all together. Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch in a tag team. Is that what you really want to see, those 3 participants together? Do you want to see them together in a tag team? Or would you rather them all be badass and want to kill each other? And you don't want to see them in the same segment. And when you do, it's in a really intense, diabolical, severely intense, intriguing, badass manner where they're literally wanting to take each other's heads apart, but they just can't get to each other. Or maybe they just get to each other. But it's so volatile. It's so extreme. You have to tune in on Sunday at WrestleMania. No, you don't get that type of story. You get them in a tag team match. And they're all going to be best buddies. And maybe by the end of the match, maybe they'll all be squirreling again and fucking and hooting and hollering at each other and scrapping with each other, like a little minion fight. Maybe that's what we're going to get. Or maybe they actually have them throw bows at each other. So they're friends in the tag team match, and maybe they all just start yelling at each other and throwing bows at each other when it's all said and done. Is that really the best creative you have for those 3, the main event of Mania? That's the best you've got? That is the easy way out. Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda just in a tag team match. And who are their opponents, by the way? Well, who do you think? Vince is like, there's 3 of them? Let's throw the Riot Squad out there. The Riot Squad is our main event days before WrestleMania. And the best storyline they have with the main event, let's just put them in a team together. And then we can tell our story that way. But by then, they'll all be in the ring, so it'll be easier for us to tell the story. Because we don't want to spend time on this. We don't want to get creative. We're only a multi-billion-dollar company. We only have 216 writers. Let's all get together, and the best we come up with is a tag team match. If it seems like I'm really, really frustrated by that, it's because forget logic and common sense, which I have an abundance of. Oops, my bad. I have logic and common sense. I guess in the pro wrestling world, you're not supposed to have that. But forget logic. Forget common sense. I want to be entertained. I want to actually have things make sense, but also tell a beautiful story that entertains the fuck out of me, and I actually want to tune in to the match at the pay-per-view. Again, oops, what was I thinking? I guess pro wrestling fans can't have those demands. I'm getting amplified, and that's the first match we're going over. That's the main event. That's what we have to look forward to tomorrow night. But it gets worse, so I don't know if this is worse, but it follows suit. Sasha and Bayley will be teaming up with Beth Phoenix and Natalya. That's right, their opponents at WrestleMania. The same thing with Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky. Vince just said, throw them all together in a tag team. That'll excite them. They're going to be taking on Tamina, Nia, and the Iconics. Tamina, Nia, and the Iconics. All the participants in WrestleMania, just like Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky, are all going to be in the ring together on Monday in a match. How is that building to something we want to see at Mania? It's rhetorical. The answer is it's not. How fun is Sasha, Bayley, Beth, and Natalya versus Tamina, Nia, and the Iconics going to be? An 8-person schmaz match. Grab your popcorn and soda pops. This is going to be fun as fuck. And the Iconics, they're just coming over to Raw. There is no more brand split. Or if there is, it's laughable. Nobody's taking this seriously anymore. You have Becky Lynch and Charlotte both on Raw. BC, they're fighting for the Raw Championship. What do you expect? Okay, then what was happening 2 weeks ago? When Becky and Charlotte were on Kevin Owens' SmackDown talk show, the KO show. So they were fighting on SmackDown when they should have been on Raw then. Nobody wanted to talk about that. Now that they're on Raw, they're still considered SmackDown talents. But I'll go a step further. The Iconics are now just on a Raw match because they're in a match at WrestleMania with Sasha and Bayley. None of this makes sense. On top of that, it's not even entertaining. An 8-women's schmaz match? When we're going to see the same 8 females this Sunday. So all Vince did was he took all the participants, Ronda, Charlotte, Becky, he just said, hey, let's put them in a tag team because I don't want to spend time on this. I don't want to get creative. With the tag team championship match at WrestleMania, he just said on Raw, the go-home show, let's just put them all together in a schmaz match. But Vince, it's already going to be a schmaz match at Mania. I know, but let's just put the faces versus the heels then. But Vince, the Iconics, we really want to separate them on SmackDown. No, fuck it. We've already blurred those lines. All right, Vince. Kurt Angle is going to take on Rey Mysterio on Raw tomorrow night. Rey Mysterio is from SmackDown. Same thing with Iconics, Becky, Charlotte. Rey Mysterio, just because it's Kurt Angle's farewell tour, they're blurring the lines? Do you have a brand split or do you not? So far, half of this entire card is just SmackDown talent. You'd want to say maybe that's going to be a better show because it's got SmackDown talent, but it's still Raw's creative booking behind it, obviously. That's the Raw machine behind this. That's speaking volumes by the matches I'm going over. Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio. Who in their right minds would like to see this? Kurt Angle moves as fast as my 83-year-old Donnie today. My 83-year-old Nani probably moves faster than Kurt Angle. So the only audience that this is going to appeal to, just like I said last week, is senior citizens and a box of turtles. That's the only audience, fan bases, that's going to enjoy this match. Because if that excites you, man, golf clap for you, because you can sit back and be entertained by anything. Honestly. You're the audience that would be entertained by a pot of water boiling. You're the audience that could be entertained by a coat of paint drying. You're the audience that could watch a New York City marathon featuring the box of turtles. Angle and Mysterio, days before Mania. That's getting us excited, baby. How about the Revival versus Aleister Black? Aleister Black, huh? And Ricochet. Aleister Black and Ricochet versus the Revival. If it seems like we've seen this match 5 times in the last 6 weeks, it's because we have. This is a true statistic. We have seen this match after tomorrow night 5 times in 6 weeks. How the hell is that entertaining anybody with a brain in their dome piece? Anybody that says BC, just let them sit back, relax, and be entertained, BC. BC, they haven't even put on the show. Maybe it's going to be good. Relax. Anybody who's telling me that, listen to my words. They're giving us a tag team match that I have personally seen 4 times in the last 5 weeks, and after tomorrow, 5 in the last 6 weeks. What more do I need to see? They're not going to do any moves that I haven't seen before. Their sequences are going to be almost the same. It's redundancy at a criminal level. If that doesn't bother you, what the hell are you watching channels like this for? Because it bothers me. Roman Reigns. This is their preview, guys. Again, this is their official preview. WWE's for Monday Night Raw tomorrow. Roman Reigns will come face to face with the Scottish Psychopath, or the Scottish Terminator, or the Scottish Exterminator, or the Scottish Walt Disney World employee. Whatever the fuck he is on any given Monday. He's got a different nickname every fucking Monday. Are you the Scottish Terminator, or the Scottish Psychopath, or the Scottish Walt Disney World employee? Which is it? But Roman will come face to face with Drew McIntyre. Maybe I would have been excited about this feud and storyline if it was done correctly. But after the first week and Drew McIntyre demolished Roman Reigns, they didn't have anything afterwards. Last week they completely shit on that feud. So what the fuck are they going to do tomorrow? That's not getting anyone excited. You got one more show to get us excited for that match. Right now, it's even keel. I know the match should be good. Is it too much to ask to get us invested, to get creative, to tell us a cool story? Brock Lesnar, this is their official preview. This is what they said. Will Brock extinguish Seth Rollins' flames? Or fire, whatever the fuck they said. Flames, fire. If it's anything like a couple weeks ago in Chicago when Brock just circled the ring, or I'm sorry, no, he stood up at the rampway and cost Seth the match. Raw faded to black, and that was Raw. They had Brock Lesnar show up to Chicago for nothing. I see much more of the same tomorrow. I don't think they got creative with this. This is going to be one of those weird storylines where Paul Heyman and Seth have another stupid promo, and all of a sudden Brock Lesnar shows up, maybe circles the ring, maybe Seth Rollins gets the best of him, or maybe Brock Lesnar gives him a couple F5s, and that's the segment. Nothing we haven't seen before, right? Oh, wait, yes, we have. Batista is supposed to show up tomorrow in D.C., his homeland, for Raw. Okay, this is something that had so much value to it at first, right? It had so much hype. The way Batista showed up back at Raw and in WWE, and he dragged out Ric Flair from the locker room during Ric Flair's 70th birthday celebration, man, and Raw went off the air with Ric Flair beaten and Batista saying, "I have your attention now, don't I? I have your attention now, don't I, Hunter?" And we all were like, this is the match for Mania. And the last several weeks, what the fuck happened? Batista delivered a pretty damn good promo last week. But that's it. We've just had him doing a promo via satellite. We've had Triple H come to the ring in his leather jacket, giving a promo, talking about how this is Triple H's career on the line now. But nothing epic. It started off so heavy, so big, so awesome, so epic, and it's just diminished. You have one more night to prove that you could get us excited, but WWE is beyond cruise control right now. They had it so easy on the road to WrestleMania that they just started doing some extracurricular activities because now they're intoxicated. They're just swerving on the road now. That's all they're doing. They don't care how tragic their fucking driving is at this point. They're just trying to get the MetLife and get it over with. And it's showing in their preview. That's it. I can't even tell you guys anything else. That's the official Raw preview for tomorrow. A 6-woman tag match with the Riot Squad is your main event. That's with Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda. Who the fuck wants to see them all together playing nice with each other? That's like their ESPN interview. Did you guys see that? If you want to stay in the kayfabe world, do yourselves a favor. Do not Google that. Do not YouTube it. Because it'll make you cringe. You have Ronda sitting next to Charlotte, sitting next to Becky. And they're just talking about the WrestleMania match on ESPN. Yeah, that was brilliant. They're supposed to just want to be at each other's fucking heads, at each other's throats. But we're all just buddies on ESPN. We're all going to be buddies on Monday Night Raw. Oh, fuck. And then the tag team match, they're just like, let's just throw the faces and the heels in a match together. Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio. Yeah, that would have been great if it was 5 years ago. Definitely 10 years ago. Drew McIntyre and Roman coming face to face. Are you electric? Guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, they put half of this card out there to the public a couple days ago, so this goes to show you that they don't care about tweaking this for the best. They don't give a fuck about making this the best show possible. They don't give a fuck about making people excited. They don't care about sinking ratings, asses not showing up to the arenas, dwindling merchandise sales. They don't give a fuck. Vince McMahon is just worried about the XFL. He just sold millions more dollars in shares, WWE stock shares for the XFL. So that proves to you. Triple H is just worried about his takeover show. Secretly, he's just probably thinking, I just want my shit to be better than WrestleMania. So I don't give a fuck what Vince puts on. And I don't know what the fuck Stephanie McMahon has her thumbs up. You know, the next charity she's trying to get, the next fucking women's movement march, the next great advertiser. Who knows what Stephanie McMahon has her thumbs in. But she's fucking jumping in head first or thumbs first because she's definitely not paying attention to the fucking product right now. Nobody is. This product has went off the rails and you can't even get this motherfucker back on track. Oh, what the fuck? I don't even know. My latest coffee's getting cold. No lie, guys. It's fucking early on a Sunday afternoon. This is already my 5th coffee. So, you know what? I'd rather drink the rest of my coffee right now than talk about this Raw card anymore. I'm glad I got to speak a little bit with you guys on a Sunday afternoon, but I have nothing more to give this card. There might definitely, that doesn't sound like it goes. There'll definitely be an impromptu video, I believe, tomorrow, guys. Again, definitely, and I believe that doesn't go either. There's definitely going to be an impromptu video tomorrow, so stay notified and you'll be the first to find out when it airs. And obviously, I'll be with you guys on Tuesday to go over the actual Monday Night Raw, like the review, like what actually happened. And something tells me I'm going to be a lot more amplified in that than I was on the preview show. Because this is just fucking tragic, and this is supposed to be your go-home show. BC, just sit back, relax, and be entertained, man. Just sit back and watch. Or if you don't like it, don't watch BC. Okay, fucking idiot. I'll take your advice. And I'll fucking shove up your own ass. Amplified, man. I got a few things to do before I, what the fuck? Man, my Yankees were on today, man. It looks like it's raining here anyway, so maybe that's going to be postponed. I got a few things to do. Maybe I can catch the tail end of that. And I'll try to get everything done and get another video out for you guys tomorrow, because there's a topic I really want to discuss. It's on this sheet of paper. I want to discuss what's on this sheet of paper for you guys for tomorrow. So hopefully I can get shit done, get that video at least uploaded tonight so it'll be ready for tomorrow. We'll see. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Much love and respect, guys. The Ant-Man, Mitch, say bye. He says, check you later, bitches. Yes, that's my Mitch. We got to water his fronds. Can we water it with some coffee beans? No? What happens if I water Mitch with coffee? Would he just be amplified like the Okay, now I'm going in left field with a hockey stick. Amplified, man. For now, check you later.